Hello there. I hope all of you who are Americans had a short and restful week. Happy Independence Day. And I hope all of you who are not Americans had a short and restful week. Well, the breaking news, of course, this week, even as we speak, is the new app Threads, which is brought to us by Meta, of course, and is being dubbed the Twitter killer. It took the world by a storm on Thursday, but we're going to cover that next week once we've had a chance to let it all sink in and see if there's a chance that marketers might ruin it. Meanwhile, it's only been about 7 months since generative AI has taken the marketing world by a storm, but if you've been holding your breath until marketers start to ruin it, well, you can take a breath. Here come the fake AI-generated websites, and they're all running your ads. You want to know more? Well, this is 5 minutes of what you need to know to lead in marketing. Let's go ahead and roll. Hello everybody, Robert Rose here with the Content and Marketing Strategy News. It's what's new in marketing, but most importantly, it's what's important in the world of both content and marketing. And you can go subscribe to the best of best practices in content by heading on over to contentmarketinginstitute.com. Well, there's a relatively modern trope. It goes back at least 10 years, and it says, marketers ruin everything. Most people attribute this to entrepreneur Gary Vaynerchuk in a speech he gave back in 2013. It's become a trope to explain that any new, interesting, innovative, or just really wonderful digital experience is usually ruined by marketers exploiting it to sell more product. Well, if you've listened to me for any length of time, you'll know that I put the whole of programmatic advertising into this bucket. For those of you who may not be familiar, programmatic advertising or programmatic media buying is the technology, specifically algorithmic-based technology, to automate the buying and displaying of ads on digital real estate in various publications. It's a spectrum of ad tech, and it includes everything from real-time bidding, where ad inventory prices are decided through automated auctions, to targeting based on content consumption, and much of it happening through intermediary marketplaces where there is no relationship between the buyer of advertising, us as marketers, and the publisher who may display the ad to its audience. It's all just automated. Now, the roots of programmatic advertising go all the way back to Google and, of course, search engine marketing, but it has since expanded over the last 2 decades, exponentially, by the way, to almost all of the major publishers and digital ad platforms, including social media. The problem, or specifically my problem with it, is that as a marketer, what you gain in ease of purchase, scale, and reach, you lose in quality, safety, and audience insight for your creative advertising. If you believe the context of the content of your ad, the adjacency is important, well then programmatic is a challenge at the start. Your ad can and will almost certainly at some point appear against inappropriate content that happens to be within the publishing ad network that you purchase. While there are plenty of hilarious historical examples like this cruise vacation put over the top of this news report, or one of my favorites, which is this coupon for dinner at 2 at Olive Garden dynamically placed over this headline, there are even more interesting business and technology challenges, such as recently as the spring of last year when Gannett went 9 months serving the wrong local ads to the wrong local newspapers. That wasn't just a small glitch in the algorithm. That was 9 months serving billions of ads to the wrong audiences. We haven't even started talking about the problem with fake traffic or bots yet. Now, there's a lot to say about programmatic for sure, but what does this have to do with the news this week? Well, last week, NewsGuard, which is a relatively new software company that rates the credibility of news and information and tracks online misinformation, well, they released a new report. And in that report, they relayed new data that was as both unfortunate as it was almost certainly inevitable. Their article introducing the report, the headline is that some of the world's largest blue-chip brands are now unintentionally supporting the spread of unreliable AI-generated news websites. The company has identified more than 140 brands that are feeding programmatic advertising dollars into AI-generated news sites that operate with little or no human management. Now, the company has updated its list of UAINS, or Unreliable Artificial Intelligence Generated News Sites, a little like ROUSs, rodents of unusual size, anyway, from 49 to 217. As an example, the company said it found global banks and a car manufacturer that appeared on a page that contained an AI message saying, quote, "As an AI language model, I am not able to access external links or web pages on my own," which, as we all know by now, is becoming an all too familiar kind of error message. It's the classic 404 message from AI. Now, what's my take? Well, my take is that this is all interesting, to be sure. For any of us interested in the evolution of media and news and the entropy of programmatic advertising, it's going to be a fascinating space to watch. Will AI generate upended news, or will it completely disrupt news networks? It'll be fascinating to watch this. But more specific to our marketing and content strategy, this is where I want to put a bit of a warning out. Mark my words, the AI automated generated blog, Content Hub, automatically generated FAQ, content hubs are coming for your industry, and they will be coming for your search traffic, and they'll be telling your industry story for you. They'll be coming fast and furious. If you thought all those fake quote-unquote review sites that marketers generate where there's this false narrative of reviewing your products in your sector and their product just happens to be the best one, that was troubling. But wait till the automated AI explainer or comparison sites start coming online that basically misrepresent your entire industry or the future of it. Marketers indeed can ruin everything. A lot to discuss here. But for now, what can you do to start creating the kind of content that's going to set the bar for your industry and disincentivize the black hat marketers who are going to try to arbitrage your clicks through an automated content generator? We've got a fight ahead of us, and it's time for us to get busy. Let me know your ideas in the comments or email me directly. I'd love to talk with you more about it. And for now, well, that's it. That's 5 minutes of what you need to hopefully you lead your marketing strategy with. I'm Robert Rose, and remember, as always, it's your story to tell, not the algorithm. Take the time to manually tell it well. I'll see you next week.